All right, we are back on the Andre Duke Show with Carter Smith. How is everybody doing tonight? I am doing a little reverse psychology. I lost a bet to somebody. I have to wear some Aggie gear um, for the game tonight. I lost a bet with one of the listeners. He bet me I wouldn't do it. I told him I would do it. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Wow, we're getting a huge response right off the rip here. Also, the phone lines are open. I'll just leave the phone line open um, for this evening. If you want to call in. We can talk. I have been there. Florida right now is up 3-0. Notre Dame is up with a special teams mishap on the A&M side of things. Appreciate everybody. If you want to do us a big favor here early in the stream, hit that like and subscribe button to help us grow this thing. I also have a ton of games on right now, a couple other SEC games of note, especially the LSU Florida game, Vanderbilt South Carolina. We have a lot of things going on here tonight. Ole Miss, Arkansas, Virginia Tech, Old Dominion. Old Dominion is actually up 14-0 on Virginia Tech. So we're just getting that moving and a grooving. Appreciate everybody. It's what we got going. The look at CJ Carr for this evening. Really shocked. They got Greg McElroy on the call, but I guess they had Herbie and Reese Davis at the marquee game. There's Jeremiah Love. Gonna have to stop that one, A&M. That is a big one right there. Cannot let 4 get going. But yeah, I lost a bet to somebody. They bet me $50 I wouldn't wear A&M gear for this. So free $50. I was in the middle of settling that bet. Why we got a late start. Also did almost 4 hours before the game. Hold on real quick. I gotta check so the CW is off after that. CBS is Purdue. I believe there will be no late night game on the antenna. That will go to CBS. Jeremiah Love getting it going. Appreciate everybody. That's what we have going. Hitting the like and subscribe button helps us a ton. Just looking at some things here, getting it checked out. But yeah, also the phone lines are open. If you want to call. The number is 260-255-4069 if you want to call. Looks like Pig Suey's on the move. Old Dominion. Wow. Pig Suey's got it tied up. But if you want to call now. We can talk through it. But yeah, that is the number. Keel, Notre Dame show wearing an A&M hat. Well, I lost a bet. That's what happened. Also, Keel, if you want to call in, I have the phone line open. It's 260-255-4069. That is the phone number for this evening. But yeah, if you want to call, you can call in. But yeah, I lost a bet, so I had some people betting me that oh, you won't wear A&M. I'm like, all right, $50, and I'll have A&M gear. Man, 75 people in here, and we got a pretty good amount on TikTok as well. Appreciate everybody watching over there. Jeremiah Love stuffed in the backfield. Texas A&M wearing the Aggies script tonight. Fair enough. But yeah, Keel, just keep it in the back of the mind. The phone number is 260-255-4069 if you want to call and tell me all about it. I think the experiment that's going on at Virginia Tech is going to be over before it starts. Just something to that, to be honest. They are down 21-0 to Old Dominion. Notre Dame with the punt, A&M with the receiving. There's that. Let's roll through some scores in case people are on the run and not after it. Texas Tech is skinning the Beavers. They are up 28-0. Miami up 28-6 on Alex Goldish in South Florida. Mississippi State killing Alcorn State, just killing them. We got USC up 17-3. That is where we're at. Also, Texas A&M with the ball. Marcel Reed, pretty decent. Ohio State has only mustered 2 field goals, and it's almost halftime. What's going on with Ohio State? I would like to know. Can somebody answer me that? Here we go. Scrolling down. What on do we have final? Who won? Wide open. That was a coverage bust. And they don't tackle him. He's off to the races. Texas A&M fighting Aggies. Go up. Marcel Reed with the dot. Notre Dame does not cover. They do not tackle. They do not wrap up. Now a couple of guys look like they have injuries. Not shocked. Notre Dame is staring 2-0 right in the face right now. Just staring it in the face. That was not a good sequence. West Virginia beats Pitt. Yikes. Way to go, Narduzzi. Pitt just stinks out loud. I don't care what anybody says. Pitt stinks out loud. The Panthers stink. Pitt just stinks out loud. Love it. Hopefully everybody can see me out there. Just looking at it. There we go. We have 80 people on Twitter watching. Appreciate everybody watching out there. Makes it worthwhile. If you could do us a favor and come on over from Twitter and Go and hit the like and subscribe button. That is huge. That would be huge if we had all 80 of you guys come over and like it up. So there's that. Doing a little research here. That's at commercial. Pretty much everything's at commercial. Trying to get that checked out. Will South Florida respond to Alex Golish? Can they respond? Is the question. Or will they? Just looking at some stuff here. That's what I was wondering. There we go. So we'll go here and we'll do this and upset the apple cart a little bit. If I can get this done. Is that what it is? Maybe I can get this figured out real quick. Apologize to everybody on TikTok. Right, that's right. Okay. Giga Maggies. Oh yeah. Is that what I'm looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Yep, that is exactly what I was looking for. Get that reposted. Uh-oh, Jeremiah Love. Uh-oh, that looks like a dislocated finger. Yep, dislocated finger. That's always a fun time. TikTok. All right. Plenty of people in here. Appreciate everybody joining. If you could do us a big favor and hit that like and subscribe button, that would be the big one. Also, the phone lines are open. If you want to call in. The number to call is, let me get that pulled up. The number to call is 260-255-4069. If you got something that you want to get off your chest or want to talk about the game while the game is going on, the phone line is open. The floor is yours. Also, at halftime, we will take a break. Appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us all day today. If you want to hit the like and subscribe, that helps a ton. Pretty big numbers in here. Vandy out to 7-0. Florida driving. I'm just telling you, I think that when it comes down to it, we are doing an LSU call-in show. LSU will be the main thing on the. Well, number 2, you just caused your team to get a personal foul. Dave's here jealous. Oh, Marcus Freeman irked by that one. That pissed Marcus Freeman off. I know that much. He was saying it was some bullshit. So there's that. But yeah, so we are out here. Phone number for the people on YouTube 260-255-4069. We will take your call. There is no line, flea flicker, reverse pass, wide open, just short of the goal line. So there's that. But yeah, if you guys want to call in, you can call in. There is no line as of right now. We will be with you for the entirety of the game except halftime. We will take a break at halftime. Just doing that. So Texas A&M asleep at the wheel there. So outside of that, I think we pretty much got the bases covered. Appreciate all 100 of you watching as we speak. This is kind of where it's at, but Notre Dame first and goal. Jeremiah Love direct snap, and it is stuffed, and his helmet comes off again. Why does this guy's helmet come off all the time? I watch a lot of college football. Nobody's helmet comes off more than Jeremiah Love's. Buckle your chin strap, my friend. So there's negative yardage on the first play. Although I do like the Texas A&M white caps or the white hats they have on. Yep, there's a touchdown. So A&M is down 14-7, most likely awaiting the extra point. There is that, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Nothing too crazy. Just looking at it, but getting ready probably for a media timeout. Appreciate everybody in the stream though. South Carolina must have scored because they are going crazy. South Carolina evens it up. So there is that. Ooh, Matt Moscona not happy about the targeting rule. LSU punt. I'm telling you, I think Florida wins this game outright tonight. Ole Miss up 21-14 on the Hogs. Old Dominion with a commanding lead on Virginia Tech. That is just fascinating. That is fascinating game right there. But yeah, appreciate everybody. We are getting it going. But yes, the phone lines are open if anyone is wondering. That is it. But commercial break right now, nothing really going on other than Florida takes back over. Arkansas and Taylon Green Old Dominion might go up freaking 28-0. Well, Arkansas is in the red zone. Yikes. That is fascinating to me. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Appreciate everybody out there. Can Texas A&M stop Notre Dame on the ground? That is the question. Third down upcoming for Lagway and the Gators. I'm interested to think that what is that's interesting. So yeah, there's that. Also, Dave, if you want to call in the oh no, behind the LSU defense, Florida, big time touchdown. Go Gators. Yikes. Mike Elko just went freaking Mike Elko just went postal on the defense. In good measure. I mean, he just went postal on the defense. Pig Sooie punches it in. On a third down, too. That is tough stuff right there. But appreciate all 98 of you in here. Getting some other things. Just looking at some stuff. Okay, A&M. Back at it. All right, so we're here. Dave's here. They let Underwood cook today, letting him run. Yeah, that I think that has a lot to do with it. He just needed the confidence. How is that not PI? That is very fascinating. I don't get how that's not PI. Because look, he's got his shoulder pad, hooked him, and then he pulls his arm at the last minute and cuts in front of him. I mean, that's a good move, but Texas A&M's defense needs to bow up here. What'd they say in How High? Need to buck up, Bart. Buck up. Need to check something really quick. Sorry, TikTok people. Where are we at? I don't know why this takes so long to check FD. It just really blows my mind. So there's that. Okay. The A&M defense is inherently pissed off, which can't quite blame them. South Florida going fast here and caught them while they were subbing. That's a bad look. The ACC officiating crews have looked horrific in this opening. They have looked absolutely horrific. Another big run. Another kind of. That's just another big run there. Price, Notre Dame is inside the red zone. Here we go. Nope, CJ Carr. Hey, I want to just tell Dimbrock, hey, doing the CJ Carr running game is just it's not there. It's just not. Ooh. If I'm Marcus, I'm telling, hey Mike, how about you don't run him? But also, if you want to call, get your call in. The number to call is 260-255-4069 if you want to call. Ooh, that's a backbreaker for. I'm telling you, they're going to come back in the South Florida Miami game, and it's going to be, oh, they had 12 guys on the field. Go Dogs. Yeah, Kirby got away with one today. He got away with one today. That is interesting stuff, I will say. But also, that's what we got. All right. So what is Notre Dame going to do here? Are they still reviewing that? Jeez. Imagine that. He was right. That was a good, it was a good game. I just don't get the officiating side of it, that they don't think that there's like 20 coaches up in the box watching the field. Oh no, fat man interception in the Vandy game. I don't think Sellers seen him. All right, CJ Carr. Short. Do you kick the field goal here or do you go for it? I would a lot of people give me hell for this, but I always say never pass up points. You got to kick the field goal if you're Marcus. All right, Marcus, you better be sure. You better be sure. I will say that. You better be sure. All right, you got it. You always look like a genius if you get it. Oh, wow. That was egregious PI in South Carolina. He completely grabbed him. Yikes. But like I said, we will take a break at halftime. Let everybody get some popcorn and some cheese curds or whatever they want to get at halftime. Uh yeah, so Notre Dame threatening Diego. Miami is I don't know what Miami is right now, if they're on the road or what they're doing. Hey, Jeremiah Love's helmet comes off again. Again. Like every time he gets tackled, his helmet comes off. Is it that he wants to be on TV that bad? I don't get it. And it wasn't like uh it wasn't like they pulled it off either. But also a way to oh no, Old Dominion up 28-0 on Virginia Tech. It's over. It's over in Blacksburg. I'm just telling you, it's over. Into the first quarter. It's over in Blacksburg. LSU melting down. There's already Fire Kelly posts. Losses squarely on Kirby. Revisionist history. That's tough. But yeah, appreciate everybody out there watching. If you want to call in while the commercial break is going on, the number is 260-255-4069. If you want to call now. Call now, call often. It's not going to bother me. We can watch the game together. We're just one big happy family here. I appreciate everybody out there. But that's kind of what it is. So there we are. There we be. You have the Clemson going down today. I think this has been a spectacular day of college football. I don't know what says you, but I'm just saying. I think it's been great. All 106 of our closest friends in here. Yo, hey, the phone line's open, man. The phone line is open. 260-255-4069 is the number. It is open. If you want to call, call. Austin Simmons comes limping off the field. I think that's an issue for Ole Miss. Shannon Earl just earned a sub, bro. They removed all A&M content. What do you mean they just removed all of A&M? Like did they take some channels down or something? I'm just curious. Huh. That's interesting. So yeah, we're here. Phone lines are open as we speak. 260-255-4069 if you want to call. We are going to take a break at halftime. All live games. Oh yeah, that's why I'm not showing the game. because they're gonna take your they'll take your account down. They'll take your account down. I've worked way too hard to build what little following I have. So building a YouTube channel takes a lot of time. But yes, the phone lines are open. If you want to call now. And then at halftime, we will take a break. Whenever halftime is over, we will do that. And then Bourbon Lips, Weather Aggies hat. Oh, Dave, what's going on, Dave? Haven't heard from you in a while. Why Aggies hat? Because Notre Dame's playing Texas A&M, and I got bet $50 that I would not wear an A&M hat on YouTube. So I'm like, okay, I'll do you one better. I'll wear an A&M hat plus a 3/4 zip up that I got from Fanatics that was cheap. And this thing's cool. It fades into black. I would show it to you, but that's it. Yeah. But also the phone lines are open. 260-255-4069 if you want to call in. Notre Dame gonna elect to kick a field goal here. I think you have to kick the field goal. Nice, easy 50. Oh, yeah. Also, Dave, did you watch any of the Wisconsin game? Badgers down bad, my friend. I told you beginning of the year it was gonna be rough for Fickle this year. And the starting quarterback is out. Edwards, not looking good in Wisconsin. Although he does have a 1-year extension, I will have to say. But yeah, so Notre Dame takes the 17-7 lead. Talon Green running all over Ole Miss on defense. I think this game going in at halftime is going to be 28-28. We have a high-scoring affair down there in Vaude Hemingway. So there is that. But yeah, appreciate everybody. For the most part, had to work. Gotcha. Oh yeah, I forgot you were over there at the dealership. I forgot, Dave. South Florida gets the ball back. This is going to be more fascinating than I thought. South Florida needs to go down and score a touchdown. South Florida scores a touchdown, that'd be great. Lagway back with it. Midfield, A&M and Notre Dame are at commercial. Third down upcoming in the LSU Florida game. I'm just telling you, Twitter's going to be a bloodbath for either fan base of whoever loses this game, and I will be there to witness it all. To bear witness. To end the half, Virginia Tech is sacked by Old Dominion. Virginia Tech is down 28-0 to a Sunbelt team. Yikes. That is, as Myron Cope would say, double yoy. Lagway couldn't get rid of it. Looks like an upcoming punt for Florida. They're in the second quarter. We're still at the good old commercial break in the A&M Notre Dame. They're just now coming back. We'll have to see. Have to see where we shake out of this thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We have the Penix J.J. McCarthy Bowl on Sunday Night Football. There's the Y'all leaders. LSU. Ooh. All right. South Florida. I see you. You in the red zone. Mm. All right. Notre Dame kicks it off. There is that. We are going to have a post-game call-in show. It's probably going to it's going to be around the main two night games, A&M and Notre Dame and LSU Florida. I just got to see where we're at. But I find the Ole Miss thing fascinating, to be honest. Nothing doing on the nothing on the end there. Oh, that's just that. Elko is pissed. I think he's going to blow a gasket at halftime. He is not happy. I get it. I totally get why he would not be happy. They haven't played very well offensively, turning the ball over. Talon Green going after it. Wide open. And he dropped it. Yikes. Notre Dame player being helped off the field. Although I do like those red South Carolina unis. I will say South Florida is still playing hard. They are playing hard. Taylor Green went for it. Reed, what a catch. Goes up and gets it a little high. A&M back in business. They're back in business. So we got that. Raise up the mic a little bit. Starting to sag. So hopefully NBC keeps this game on track. I think we're at a real nice pace right now, to be honest. Because we're just at about an hour in. Reed's dialing it up, going deep. Got a man. Texas A&M down at the 1. Gig 'em, Aggies, gig 'em. That is tough sledding for the Irish. Just lets him get behind him. I don't get this. I do not get this. Why these defensive backs in college football will stare at the quarterback as the guy runs by you. I get it. You got to play with eye level and stuff. I don't know what their keys are, but I'm just saying. Unless you're supposed to get some help there. I guarantee you this is a quick slant at the end. Nope, in the end zone. That is candy from a baby. Moss. Also, just very bizarre. Very bizarre. Interesting to say the least. Very interesting. So that's where we're at right now. Also, the phone lines are open. You want to call? Call now. LSU making some hay there. 12 ticks left in the first half. Mm. Man, just Texas A&M right in the end zone. I don't know. I think I might be done with the old TikTok live for the day. I think so. I think we're done for the first half with the TikTok live. Hmm. 921 views. Interesting. Yeah, just looking at some analytics here. Appreciate everybody who's hanging out. What is it? Nussmeyer urging. South Carolina. This is a good quad box, to be honest. Miami should not let South Florida score. If they let them in the end zone, that's a problem. They don't get it. Don't get it. Yep, the 3-leg parlay that I have, I think, might be going up in smoke in South Florida. We are taking on water, Captain. Florida needs to hold them to a field goal. Although I think Goldus should have kicked a field goal there. But you never know. They could go out and you never underestimate Mario Cristobal. You never underestimate Mario Cristobal, I will say. But yeah, so there's that. Also, Texas A&M Notre Dame's at commercial. Also, the phone line's open. If you want to call. 260-255-4069 is the number to call. We're just talking, and then we are going to take a break at halftime, mainly because I want to go get something to eat and go conversate with my people. And then we'll be back after halftime, and then I think I might do a quick post-game show, depending on what we got on LSU Florida or A&M Notre Dame will be the topic. Although this Ole Miss Arkansas game is shaping up. It's 28-all almost at the break. Oh man! So Notre Dame's going to get it back. CJ Carr and the Irish are going to be back out on the field. A&M needs a stop. I will say that. A stop here is big for morale going into half. Changing the defense. Yeah, that was supposed to be a. I don't know how I seriously don't know how the secondary players and the wide receivers do it, because it just like you've got to be like the worst, like, how do I want to say it? Not like gamblers, but they've got to be like the worst personalities in the world, because you have to misremember Texas A&M was on that screen though. Their D line got out there and retraced quick. Because watch them, as soon as they get that free release, bang, they're all chasing. Their eyes are all downfield on the running back. So I that was really good. That was actually, I mean, they gave up some yards there, but that was really good by Texas A&M because that would have been a whole lot bigger if they would have came after Carr and not retraced. South Carolina got some motion there with the running back. Still 7 up there. Miami is up 22. Jeremiah Love around the end. Also, not a proponent of celebrating on the other team's bench. Should not be allowed. Right there on A&M's sideline doing the first down. Yeah. So there's that. A lot of points being scored today as well. Unless you're Florida, LSU. Well, Miami scored. It's a wrap for South Florida. Nussmeier taking off. That's coming back. That's a hold. Typically, when the ball or when the flag, oh no, A&M, you got to wrap up, fellas. Got to wrap it up. But typically, with when the flag goes beyond the ball carrier, it's like 99% of the time a hold, or it's hands to the face. Sorry, I guess we'll throw some shade on it on the defense as well. Pavia first down. Diego Pavia. Wide open. That's a problem. Elko's going to go nuclear. Texas A&M on the verge of going down 10. That is that. Miami's up 31 and their fans have hit the turnstiles. It looks empty. It is empty down there in South Beach. Is that an LSU touchdown? Xavier Thomas. So there's that. I'm surprised there's no meltdowns yet. Trinidad Chambliss is probably most likely going to be the starter the rest of the way out for Ole Miss, if anyone cares. So we got the first blink of the eye in the Ole Miss Arkansas game. So LSU goes on top of Florida. Be great if South Florida would score about 2 touchdowns. They got 1 quarter to figure it out. "15-year season ticket holder and a 40-year fan. I'm rooting for the Gators to lose for the first time in my life. What does that tell you? What does that... Oh, my God. The Florida people just need to chill out. Yikes. You're looking wolf. Always interesting times. I do want to check the Ohio State score. Ohio State only up 13-0 on Ohio. What is going on? Purdue SC's at halftime. Yeah, I look at it and see what it is, but yeah, for all 102 of you watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Help us out. Help a brother out. Be much appreciated. They're just showing highlights. Well, there's that. Okay. What is everybody's score prediction? I am curious on that. How does this shake out? I'm sure I've got some hardcore Notre Dame folks that are very upset that I'm wearing A&M stuff. Illinois only up 10-0 on Western. These are old scores. Hold on, I got to refresh. All right, we will have a fresh. What is going on? 35-6. What is going on? Whit Weeks exits the game. A&M's got to keep pace and scoring. Diego Pavia just throwing lead blocks. Trinidad Chambliss back out there for the Rebs. That's what we're looking for. A&M at the false start. Texas A&M back them up 5. Mike Elko looks like he is about to. He wants to eat his hat. And I don't blame him. I would be pissed too. Because Texas A&M has came out and looked just rough. Ooh, Marcel Reed, I'm telling you, he's a sneaky one. Hey, Golish, if I could have a PSA, Alex Golish, don't go for it on 4th down. That's all I'm saying. Don't go for it on 4th down. Kick a field goal. Because I would really like it if you would cover the number. Oh, Marcel, who you throwing it to, my guy? LSU is trying to power up the crowd. I'm not necessarily worried about. Here's my thing. the LSU worry is not in the first half. The LSU, okay, that's a big problem. That's a busted coverage. The LSU worry is in the fourth quarter when you need a stop. Mississippi State is just kicking the dog shit out of Alcorn. That's a catch. USC's only up 10 on Purdue. Uh-oh. Ohio just scored a touchdown. Uh-oh. It couldn't be, right? That would be very, very bad for Ryan Day's business if that happened. We will be monitoring closely. And we also have a batch of late night games as well. Hold on 1 second, everybody. Well, that was not going to work like I thought it was. Man, Old Dominion just looking at 28-0 is just rough. Just scrolling through. My thing is that it's really hard for me to get behind people's opinions when they completely bury a coach, and then all of a sudden they start winning and say he's just the greatest thing ever. It's just an absolute joke. You gotta pick a side here. Looking for something here. Also, there's that. Just looking at it. Touchdown Vandy. The late night games. Akron, UAB. Love it. Hey, Florida Atlantic and Florida International has kicked off. The latest last game on TV is Arizona State, Boston College, Cal taking on Minnesota, Southern Fresno State. Yeah. Rough times. Choppy waters ahead. Marcel Reed, there goes that man. He is dynamic. Southern Miss. I'm telling you, I picked Charles Huff to win the Sun Belt. We got a Florida touchdown. Yeah, that's the. I got a lot. I have a lot of stuff going on. What a throw by Lagway. That was a heck of a throw. All right, A&M, right? Why wouldn't you throw it to the tight end? The tight end was wide open. There was no one around him. Boop. Right there. The 6'5" guy in number 87. Why didn't we throw it to him? Is my only question. Yep, they're in. So I guess there's that. So Texas A&M touchdown. Moss second touchdown of the night. Marcus is visibly pissed off at his defense. I don't think either head coach is happy, particularly with the defense, their defensive performances. Where are we at? Also, this is going to be a very fascinating sorry, I'm in my way of trying to figure out some Peacock stuff because I want to see what's going on with Ohio State, and I may or may not have to bootleg memberships here. Okay. Delete that one. Copy. But when you don't use something forever. All right, here's the highlight. In the horseshoe as well. But also that gives Ryan Day cause for not using his, how do I want to say it, not using the not using the bench guys or the guys that are on the bench, because he never wants to rotate, and I would say that is the sheer reason why. Is Miami going to score again? Huh. CJ Carr with the completion. Had to come back to it, but CJ Carr. Also, the phone lines are open. We will close those down at Halftime, Shane Beamer is beside himself. Notre Dame first down. I don't know if they're going to get targeting on that. He doesn't even. To me, it looks like he doesn't hit him with the crown of the helmet. So there is that. CJ better get rid of it. And that's an A&M interception. And it looks like the intercepting player, it looks like A&M is responding. Elko's team is responding. Livingston Patterson disqualified. I just hate the targeting thing. It may be the only thing that I can say that I dislike about college football, that I just purely cannot stand, is the targeting. God damn it. Oh, wide open. Looks like A&M's going to be able to get some points here. All right, A&M in the low red. Looks like it's going to be a heavy diet of moss down here. Just trying to get this whole thing, and all these different platforms is just a big pain in the ass. All right. Hold on 1 second, everybody. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I'm back. Where? Oh no! All right. What do we have here? That's unfortunate for Ohio. It is 16-9. I have that up. So A&M first and goal, knocking on Notre Dame's door. Can the Irish hold them out? How is that not a face mask? Marcus is trying to call a timeout. Brandon Innes. Because look, if you watch the end of the play, he's trying to get somebody to look at him so he could call timeout. Oh no, what is going on? Virginia Tech has 10 penalties for 104 yards tonight. That is just unbelievable. Almost halftime in the LSU game. We're approaching halftime as well. South Carolina's approaching halftime. Ole Miss and Arkansas. Marcel Reed. Jeez, dude. Throw the ball. Like, you can't make every play, my guy. Like, it's not working out for you. Throw it to 80. Well, just getting crushed at the goal line. It's just unbelievable. It's unacceptable. So, but yes, we will take a break at halftime of Notre Dame. Take a break at halftime of Notre Dame. This LSU Florida thing is, you can definitely tell that the referees need to get a Sellers walking back to the locker room. In for the touchdown. A lot of pushing and shoving going on here. Hey, Ole Miss forces a punt. What is going on in the Florida LSU game? Can the officials just not control the game? I don't get it. Like, it's hard or something. $42-12, South Florida. Brian Kelly gets taken out. A&M is pumped. A&M grabs the lead. That is where we're at. A&M kicks off, 1:11 to go. And I have cultivated the Ohio State because this is Ryan Day calling plays. That's what I would like to know. Got the play sheet in his hand. Saying heave hose. Jeremiah, yeah, that's not a lot you can do right there, Ohio U. CJ Carr, completion. So what's the flag for in the A&M game? 31-0. So LSU goes on top by a field goal. What are they calling? PI? Yeah, grab the jersey. Yeah, that Jeremiah Smith kid is really hard to cover. Don't know if you know who he is or not, but he is extremely hard to cover. Jeremiah Smith. Extremely hard to cover. Wide open. Could Notre Dame go down and kick a field goal here? That is the question. Uh-oh. That is not a good sign. Player down for Texas A&M and has not really moved too much, as you can see for the TV thing. They are going to, I believe, cut away, and nope, that's where she ends. The parlay is done like dinner. That's that. We move on to the NFL. Huh. All right. So Vandy, South Carolina halftime. LSU, Florida halftime. The only live action we have is Virginia Tech, Old Dominion, which they have a 31-point lead. Ohio State is going right now. Miami just might be good. Anybody ever happen to think about that? Miami might be good. Ole Miss playing with the backup quarterback, the kid out of Ferris State. It's going to be real simple. No Austin Simmons. And Lenore Sellers went in before halftime, so I don't know if he's back out yet. Ole Miss wearing the powdered blue. Ooh. Carson Beck got hit low. Player is still down. Not a good scene. They brought the stretcher out for him. Wow, that is it's always a tough thing when that happens. Unfortunate. But also I will say that is the sport of football. It is it's a tough game. Ohio now coming back out for a drive. See if they can respond to Ohio State. I think it's a tall task for them to get any points, but that's the one thing that they better not hope is OU. Oh yeah, if they drag them into the deep water. Hopefully, number one is all right. They have the stretcher out. Not an ideal situation. There'll probably be some type of word at halftime. It is never a good thing. Everybody's on a knee. Huh. Although this is one of the times that it is not fun that you do not have audio because of YouTube and the copyright and stuff like that. A&M coming together as a team. Ohio U not giving up. Hopefully everybody's okay. You never want to see that opposing player. Whether you got to remember these are also somebody else's kids out there. So there is that. So hopefully that young man will be all right and they'll get it figured out, and that's that. And I mean, if he goes to any of the hospitals, I'm sure he's going to get top flight care. Man, Virginia Tech today. I don't care who you are. I think that if I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, I am hard pressed on this one. There's that big delay in the game here, but next week Temple, Georgia Tech is embracing the they took the goalpost down. Georgia Tech snaps a 9-game losing streak. If I could speak, 9-game losing streak to Clemson. It's that. I know a lot of people want to blame Dabo big, but I don't know if I'm behind it. Um, this is something you never want to see in football. The round of applause, they're getting him up, and the whole team's coming over there. I think that's a heck of a sign of unity. They're not letting them all come over there, but there is a lot of that going on. Hopefully everybody's all right. They got him strapped down to a stretcher and they're taking him off. So Ole Miss with the touchdown. They're pulling away from Arkansas. Hopefully that young man is okay. Not a good scene. Never when anything like that happens. Not the so they got him on the cart, got the ambulance in the tunnel. Looks like he's giving the thumbs up. So that's a good sign. That's good. He gave the thumbs up. He might have I'm going to go on the limb and say I'm no medical professional, so I don't know what's wrong with him, but he gave a thumbs up, so that's a positive sign. So, and it looked like his mom and dad are following to go into the ambulance with him. So hopefully that young man is okay. Hate to see something like that. That's one of the things with it is scary game. And things like that happen. So hopefully you never want to see that, and you got to remember as me being a father myself, it's going to be interesting to say the least. You never want to see anything bad happen to anybody. So there is that. Appreciate everybody watching. Notre Dame is NBC hour and 40-minute. Pretty much, we're going on an hour and 40-minute half. I do not mind that at all. Depending on how these games play out, we'll have to see what the topic will be for the post game show. So, Ohio State back with the ball. We're about to see here. Hey, Virginia Tech has joined the party and a sack on CJ Carr. That takes him out of field goal range. Is Marcus just going to line it up and heave ho it? He might. They can just run it. Oh, no, he hiked it. That is unfortunate. So Texas A&M is going to get one play. Texas A&M is going to get one play. Why did he hike that ball? Heads up play by Jeremiah. Love to jump on it, but why would you hike that ball? Yeah, that's over. We're going to go over to on TV3. We're going to go over to Um, see if CBS still has the game. 30-17 Purdue in the fourth quarter. That has drastically changed a lot of plans for a lot of people for today. Although in years past, if that's last year's Purdue team, Marcel Reed, did Elko get the timeout? Should be 1 second if they got the timeout. Unless they're going to give him that 1 second. Depending upon where he gets down, they hand it off. Smart. Yeah. I mean, technically. If they let them kick a field goal, they let A&M kick a field goal here. Oh, wow. They put 2 seconds on. They have a return. Notre Dame has a return, man. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is no good. Missed it wide left. Mike Elko is just straight up not having a good time. But with that being said, we are going to pause for halftime. And I will be back, and we're going to have to figure out a decision to be made on the post game call-in show. But we shall return, throwing that up here, and we will be back at the conclusion of the Notre Dame Texas A&M halftime. That is when it comes back. All right. See everybody after the What up, what up, what up? We are back. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody for sticking with us through halftime. This defense sucks. Good God. Is there any A&M fans? Y'all deserve to win. My Irish don't know how to play defense. I hate Chris Ash, the worst DC hire in college football. Brendan telling you how it is. But yes, also the call-in line is open. The number for that is 260-255-4069 is the number. If you have grievances and you want something, you want to air some Festuses for the rest of us, give the Duke a call. DJ Lagway, unfortunate, throws a pick six. LSU is up 10 late in Baton Rouge. That is a tough one, but we are back. Appreciate everybody. If you could do us a big favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Notre Dame back with it. Hitting the like and subscribe is one of the best ways to help us out on this channel, but also depending on how these games play out, we are going to do a post-game show. Don't know if it's going to be a Florida theme or if it's going to be an A&M at Notre Dame theme, but judging by Brendan, he's going to want to talk about Notre Dame. It has not been the greatest, but appreciate everybody. After the halftime, Notre Dame with the ball, CJ Carr going up top. What a catch. That is kind of where we're at right now. Outside, I'm going to go out on a limb. So the CBS game is done. Jeremiah Smith in for a touchdown. That was I think I'm more concerned that Ohio State's got to score garbage time touchdowns to get that score to fit into the box that they need it to. I think we're done for college football on the antenna for the evening, I believe. So TV3 can, I think, most likely get shut down. Vandy up 21-7. Just what it is. Yeah. Medical car out on the field. Walker kid, I'm assuming from Atlanta, Georgia. Injury. They are carting him off. Hopefully that kid is okay. Just hate to see that out there in the college football landscape, but it is part of it. Intentional grounding getting called on CJ Card. What is Pat doing? Yikes. All right. That is also a problem. What do we got going on here? Notre Dame punt. That's what we have going. That is a splendid punt. They down it at the 1. So there is that. Uh, Miami, big winner today. The upset special parlay done like dinner. I I hate to be this guy. I know that a lot of people are tuned in for A&M, Notre Dame, but I also think that if this game doesn't go right, I hate to be that guy, but I think that the the Billy Napier stuff's going to get real loud, louder than it normally has been. Um, Weeks is out for LSU. Hopefully that's not his other brother. But Ole Miss finding a way to hang on to win. Appreciate everybody. If you can hit that like and subscribe button, that will help us out tremendously. So we'll see. I think we can close the book on Ohio U. It was interesting for a half. It's now 37-9. That is, the book is closed. But I don't know. Trying to think of what the call-in show should really be. That is very interesting. Appreciate everybody who's jumped on the stream tonight. We're getting there, so. But yeah, if you guys could hit the like and subscribe button, that'll help us grow this thing. So we're here. All right, Marcel Reed backed up in the shadow of the goalpost. What you got, Marcel? What you got? What do you got? False start. Right away, half the distance to the goal. What do they move the ball? 6 inches. A&M hanging on to a 4-point lead. So there's that. And we are going to do, also the phone lines are open. If you want to call, the number is 260-255-4069. If you want to call, you can call. So there is that. But I think post-game wise, depending on how either one of these games turn out, we will. Oh, Reed going up top. Nope. Overshot him. Oh, what a throw by Diego Pavia. 3rd and 21. Throws a bullet to Eli Sowers. I know a lot of people don't want to hear the Diego stuff, but I'm just telling you. I think it's over in Blacksburg. I don't know how you salvage it. It's 0-3. Old Dominion. Oh, that is the other week's brother. Oof. That's where we're at. We got all the games rolling, but if you want to call now. 260-255-4069 if you want to call and talk about it. We are all ears tonight. LSU with the 10-point lead. A&M is on the punt. Oh, where is that going to end up? Right at midfield. That's a favorable Notre Dame return. Notre Dame has the ball inside A&M territory. That is 4th down in the Florida LSU game. Vandy 127 yards in the third quarter. Just a Notre Dame has a prime shot here. Touchdown. Lagway sacked on first down. CJ Carr, incomplete pass. That is where we're at. What do you got, Denbrock? I will say that Lagway. Big play. Big play. Big play, DJ. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. But also, if you're watching on Twitter, come on over to YouTube and join the conversation. Also, the phone lines are open. 260-255-4069 is the number to call if you want to call. Oh, CJ Carr got the first down. That's what matters. They end up making it. What was that? Was that a Vanderbilt turnover? I hope not. Appreciate everybody out there. It's been a magnificent day, to say the least. Appreciate everybody watching, stopping in. We're well over 100 tonight. Appreciate everybody. If you want to call the number, call now. 260-255-4069 is the number to call. So there is that. What do we have here? CJ Carr changing the plays, check to a run. That was a good call. All right, Notre Dame touchdown. The table is set. What are you going to say, Texas A&M Aggies? What do you say? That is what it is. What do you say? Because that is where we're at right now. Do not let Florida have an injured DJ Lagway. Florida is going down to the umpteenth. So Notre Dame is going to be up 3. They're going to be up a field goal. I know Mike Elko is not happy about this. Fourth down. You're down 2 scores, Billy. You're down 2 scores. I know nobody is half as invested in the Florida game, but another drive stalled out. Okay, who called timeout? All right, that's an interesting. Brian Kelly's on the warpath. Imagine that. So there is that. Also, Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn is at South Carolina. Oh, there's Cole Kublik. Gonna, I guess, interview Theo Vaughn. Okay, Florida gets the punt away. Hmm. So there is that. Texas A&M. That is. They keep showing the highlights on other games that I have going, and the scoring of it is just unbelievable. So we're back. I don't know what it's really going to be. Just looking at some stuff. Texas A&M needs to respond. They need to take the Notre Dame crowd out of it. I'm just saying. So yeah, there we go. So there is that. Appreciate everybody in the stream tonight. We're going to be doing a call-in show in a few, so after the game, probably about 10 to 15 minutes after the game. A&M needs to put a drive together and go down and score. Please tell me how Indy's defense got worse in 2 weeks. Oh, Brendan. It's I've looked at Notre Dame's defense and a lot of it looks like they're just really misaligned, to be honest. They're not in their gaps. Pig Suey in the secondary is just, they look lost in the secondary. That is sensational. Hey-oh, 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 okay. All right. Here we go. Marcel Reed going deep and just can't connect. He can't connect. It's not a Mike Mickens problem. There's no way. I don't think so. I think it's a total misalignment by the entire defense. Because if Marcel Reed could hit a deep shot, Notre Dame would be down a couple of scores. I'm just saying. If he could hit a deep shot, Marcel Reed would be down. They would be down a couple of scores. So there is that. I don't know. I got to ask everybody, how's my sound? Is it better or worse? Or am I super loud? I'm just kind of curious because I have a bad habit of like grabbing the cable right here that goes into my microphone and it gets loose. But yeah, oh no, Florida hit the punter. What are you guys doing? Although I think he leaned into it. So 4th down, Elko's going to punt. I'm really shocked that this Notre Dame A&M game has been this chippy, but I am, but I'm not. Oh yeah, the fight's on tonight. Forgot about that. Huh. Whatever, Netflix. They're only doing that today because it's the fight. Because the fight's on. That's the only reason they're doing it. So Texas A&M punt. Going to bounce to about the 24-yard line. So there is that. Also, Indy O-line looks mediocre at best. Oh, yeah. Just here's my thing. When it comes to the 5-man in the backfield on the punt, just add it to the end of where the punt was at, because we don't really have punt returns anymore. We have like muffs. You have more muffs really than I think you have returns. So there's that. But I agree with you, Brendan. Notre Dame just has looked mediocre from top to bottom. How about that? I don't. I know a lot of people don't really care about Group of 5 football, but how about Old Dominion just taking Virginia Tech to the frickin' woodshed? How about that, huh? I don't care what anybody says. I think that's awesome. It's an indictment of you as a head coach of a Power 4 program that has rev share, that has donations, that has a lot of things that Group of 5s don't. And it's like, you mean to tell me you can't get it done? It's like, brah, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So there is that. Oh, just checking some other things. Um, mm, mm-mm. Well, there is that. So I would take a big name G5 DC over Chris Ash right now. Brendan, I think it's just going to take time on the Ash thing of it. I really do. I think it's going to take time. But then again, I mean, you could always push back and say, well, Notre Dame's too deep as freshmen, sophomores, and they really didn't lose a whole bunch on defense other than Kaiser. Well, they did, but they didn't. But that's just kind of what it is, to be honest. But also, I bet Texas A&M finishes in the top 25 in offense. It is the one of the Weeks boys must have really got hurt. See, the bigger thing is that the Notre Dame here we go. They just did Colin Baton Rouge. I'm sure of it. Can Talon Green lead the Hogs to victory? That is. Oh yeah, Fields is outstanding. He's outstanding. Brendan, one of the things I'd like to get your opinion on is what do you think about this direct snap QB run stuff? Because I think it stinks. Also, can Joe Rudolph get the numbers under control here at Notre Dame with the offensive linemen? Put the center in the 50s, put the guards in the 60s, and the tackles in the 70s so everybody knows. Because you have a 54 Knapp playing tackle with a guard that's wearing 70. That just bugs me for some reason. Call me a stick in the mud and old school guy, but the Cardinals are an absolute dumpster fire. That is bad baseball. The Wildcat or in general, I think what Notre Dame's doing with it stinks. I just you're not. It's whatever, but right. I get you on that. Although I will have to say, um, what's Marcus gonna do? My thing is if you're gonna go for it, don't take the clock all the way down, call timeout, and then go for it. It's a big waste of time. Here comes the direct snap. Way to go. That's not even close, CJ. It's not even close. The Aggies. Who thought that is dumb? Even though I have Texas A&M stuff on, that is just dumb. You kick it, you have an advantage. Texas A&M's offense has been struggling the majority of the day. That stinks. That's a bad play call. Some people may disagree, but it's a bad play call. You punt it. Ohio State wins 37-9. Wow. There are some major loser. The Wildcat play is not working. The success is very limited. Do you happen to think that that you arrived at that answer is because they don't know what's coming? Like the whole element of surprise is gone. Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love lines up in the backfield and gets the ball hiked to him. Don't think he's throwing it, but that's just me. They are doing the damn thing. Hold on. No, that's not. Well, no wonder I couldn't find it. There we go. Just dumb. That's a bad play call. So if Texas A&M goes down and scores a touchdown, and you gave them life they didn't have, so it's 24-7. Just very, very interesting. All right. Ooh, South Carolina with a little life there. And bang, Marcel Reed, first down. Stanford. Oh yeah, I forgot. Stanford is one of the late games. What is it in the fourth quarter? Yeah, Florida 3 turnovers. Yeah, pretty much if yep, it's done. Yeah, it's if LSU scores here, it's over. That was a lot of running for no yards. There's a lot of barking going on the sidelines as well. Yeah, they tried the whole stripe out game thing. Yeah, just there are some people that will just say, "Nah, I don't want to do that," just to say, "Nah, I don't want to do that." Very interesting. All right. For the second game in a row, it feels like another coaching failure. I'm not going to say it's a coaching failure. I feel like it's to the point to where it's not that the guys aren't prepared. I feel like that they're lacking a definitive leader on defense. Arkansas coughs it up. Don't tell me Nussmeier turned it over. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Very contentious. Brian Kelly. Oh, well, there was the snap hold. Good. Nussmeier turns it over. Nussmeier turns it over. Can Lagway in Florida go down and get some points here? We have those are the two things. Can CJ Carr break the tie? Notre Dame about to go into the fourth quarter. I don't know if I should. Oh yeah, Stanford BC is on right now. That is also. Oh, Lane just needs a first down and it's over. Ooh. Stays on his feet. I will have to say the grass looks immaculate at Stanford. I'm not shocked by that. All right, Notre Dame comes out. Big return. I just I just don't understand the Chris Ash hire. I was scratching my head when Ash first got the job. I'm sure what Freeman was thinking. Not sure what Freeman was thinking. I think Chris Ash is an ex-Ohio State guy, and I think he came recommended. Gonna go out on a limb. Just saying. And also, you got to remember Marcus is tight with Fickle. Ooh, whoa, yikes! Texas A&M secondary just got undressed right there. Undressed. But you got to remember, Ash was on the staff for the 2014 national championship game for Ohio State. He worked with Fickle, and you got to remember that Fickle and Marcus are tight, and that's kind of where that's at. But Elko is just. It's just not jiving on defense for Texas A&M. I can tell you that. The film session for A&M when they get back is just going to be rough. Into the third quarter, going to the fourth. Hey, Stanford coming out and making some plays. They might be the worst team in college football, but oh God, those helmets are awful. They have Stanford in script spelled out on the side of the helmet. That is ugly. Number 11. Are you saying Finkel or Fickle? It's Fickle. Luke Fickle, the coach at Wisconsin. He is part of the cheese there. Florida. This is the game. Lagway. And it's complete. Florida they are inside the Tiger territory. I know no one cares, but I care. I care deeply about Billy and the Gators. Lagway just making it happen, Captain. They're down 10. This could be a comeback for the ages if Lagway gets it done. Gets it done like dinner. Vandy all up in the South Carolina. Vanderbilt has taken a commanding lead. On. Yep, that because he gave him a piggyback ride. Yeah, excessive celebration. The SEC officials suck. I am also gonna go out on a limb and say Diego Pavia just got his ass chewed about the penalty. I will say Ole Miss wins it. Sam Pittman got to get to 7 to keep the old Jabarowski. Arkansas, I thought, played well. Not as well as they could have, I'm sure, but anyway, it's going to be rough for both teams. But at least Indy is getting cooked in the secondary. A&M is getting cooked all over. Notre Dame needs to hire the Texas DC. I would hire, if I had to hire a defensive coordinator, I guess, I don't know. I would have to do some digging and put a list together of what I'm looking for. To be honest, that's what I would have to do. Also, if you want to call in, talk some ball, we are going to do a dedicated call-in show. It's either going to be a crash out Notre Dame session or a crash out Texas A&M session, or if Florida comes back and wins the game, it's going to be Florida LSU because I've been watching both games. But we can talk about whatever you want. That'll probably start 30 minutes after, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I just got to get the thumbnail together and posted and all that fun stuff. And while I watch the late cap games, we can talk some college football. But if you want to call now, the number is 260-255-4069. If you want to call and talk, we are here for the fourth quarter. And that was almost a hell of a play. I don't care what anybody says. That was almost a hell of a play. I bet that knocked the wind out of that dude big time. I bet it just that's what happened. Because you got to remember, Aggies don't cheer, they yell. So there is that aspect of it. Oh no, I don't want that. No. But you want to call now. Appreciate all 116 people in here hanging out. If Florida wins, there will be more gold. Oh, geez. The thing of it is that if Florida comes back and wins this game, it's a legendary comeback. And that's fourth down, so Notre Dame's going to have to kick a field goal. That's something that's concerning about the Notre Dame offense. A&M hasn't played great defensively, but they've came up with key stops. I know that is some of the most intellectual, just hard-hitting, riveting live commentary. So, I get it. Shane Beamer and Vanderbilt. Oh, sneaks it in. So that's where it's at. Time is not on your side. Cal and Minnesota are kicking off. Also got a little baseball on tonight. Oh, Lagway, another turnover. I bet Death Valley is deafening right now. Who's the biggest jock sniff rider? Skip Bayless with Tebow or Feinbaum with Arch? I think that it's pretty equal. I think you're talking equal right there. I'll put this up for everyone to see for all the glory. I think it's Feinbaum with Arch because Arch Manning stunk out loud today. He got outdueled by Malachi Fields, and Vanderbilt gets the ball back after a turnover. Yikes. It is. Shane Beamer is ready to throw that headset into the abyss. Beamer is so pissed right now. Yep, South Carolina fans are hitting the turnstiles. Vandy takes them behind the woodshed and is beating them. Arch sucks. One of the best O-lines blocking for him. Has a million years and can't make an accurate throw. My thing is that when it comes to the Arch stuff, I think he's hurt. I think there's something wrong with his shoulder, and I think that happened last year in the SEC championship game when Sarkisian brought him in to run, and you didn't see him the rest of the day. I think that has a lot to do with it. I don't know. What do we put on the thumbnail? What is going to be a hot button issue? Brendan, I'll give you some input here. Do I go here? I will show some images. Do I go this for the call-in show? Is this the winner for the call-in show, Brennan? Is that what we're doing tonight? Oh, Steve Adazio's on the call. Let me know, Brendan, if that is the move. Or do we go because if Notre Dame wins, I don't think we belabor the point. You got to lick the wounds, but if Notre Dame loses, but this is an elephant in the room. I really do think that it is an elephant in the room. But also, do a little self-promotion here. If you can, hit the like and subscribe button. Help us grow this thing. Marcel Reed throwing worm burners. Lagway takes a shot up top, and it's Pick City. Yeah, it is Pick City. Vandy, South Carolina, about to go final. LSU just needs. How in the hell is A&M's quarterback less than 50% and having 300 yards? It's because the dudes hit big shots. Uh-oh. We're about at that time. Marcel Reed on the ground. I guess we'll get busy here on some other things. We're at a commercial. Let me get this set up here. Trying to get some stuff done. Oh, hate that he's injured though. Brendan, you never gave me the input on the thumbnail, my guy. We're doing it. We are doing it. Looks good. I like it. But this is what I'm using. Dun, dun, dun. Getting that done. No, don't need that. But we're at commercial here. Lagway back on the field. It is all but accepting the fate at this point. No, I don't need that. Don't need that either. No, don't need that. I apologize. I'm doing some things on the fly here, folks. This is what happens when you are a one-man band. Ooh. I guess they're going to call that targeting, huh? Oh, Marcus is not happy about that. I mean, but at the end of the day, I don't blame him. So, Miles O'Neill coming in for Marcel Reed. Can A&M come back with a backup quarterback? That is the question. We got two things at once going. Ooh. Little signs of life. Just trying to get some housekeeping things done. That might get it. All right. Move over to this. Looks like we got a flag coming out. Go. Ooh, gotta put that in there. Sorry for the pause. I am currently in the middle of doing something. And that's to nobody. Third down coming up for A&M. And we'll throw this one in there. Uh-oh. That's a first down. That is a tough pill to swallow there. Where do we go? We'll go 1140. I bet this isn't gonna work. Oh, it's gonna. That is good. All right, I think I got that set up. So there we are. Hopefully that wasn't it. Yeah, I get it. I'm telling you, I just dislike targeting so much. Got that set up. I got the post game set up. That's what it is. A&M running out of chances here. There is that. We'll go over here. And put that there. And I will also put it on my personal. I'm telling you, doing this whole podcast thing, you'd be shocked by how much actual work that comes into it and the planning. Not that I'm like complaining, I'm just saying. DJ Lagway's 5 interceptions against LSU are by the most by any Florida quarterback since Shane Matthews of 1992. I'm almost to the point to where I think Notre Dame's going to sneak out of here with a win. And they are going to evade the daunted. I was on the thing of they were staring 0-2 in the face, but I think we have staved that off for the most part. But we'll see. A&M can't do anything on offense. The offense looks anemic. So there is that. Stanford up 6-0 on BC. All right. Minute 52. A&M ties the game. So it's going to be up to CJ Carr to go down and win it. That's what they need to do. It's going to be a CJ Carr is going to have to go down and win it. Vandy topples South Carolina tonight. That is what it is. Cole Kublik standing alongside Clark Lee. After probably 15 minutes after the final of Notre Dame A&M, we will convene for the post-game call-in show. That's kind of going to be what it is. But appreciate everybody who's tuned in. But we will have the call-in show. Indy only give up 6 points in the second half if they only showed up in the first half. Yeah, I know. They'd be blowing them out. Also have a little baseball on. Cardinals. Ooh, that is. Uh-oh. We'll have to see if the Gator fans are going to be up in this one. Florida, LSU. There is a lot going on right there. Oh, no. The whole LSU student section is doing the Gator chomp. That is something to be said. I am now frustrated with NBC because there is 9 minutes left in this A&M. There is 9 minutes left in A&M. That's not what I wanted for that. It's going to send the wrong message. I'm not going live. There's that. That should have fixed it. Florida LSU goes final. There is that. We will have the call-in show here soon. CJ Carr driving down the field. If I'm Dimbrock, this has got to be the best drive of the night. It's got to be. No, I got to get the multi-box set up on games that are now final. So Utah and Wyoming aren't going to play ball, so we'll go Stanford. That's the triple box. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, Brennan. Ooh, just out of the reach. It's bad if I know exactly when Indy's running. Ugh. I don't know. I think that now that's a hold, but should be PI, but is it going to be? Probably not. Oh, well, I guess there's a lot of history in the Stanford Cal game. Bill O'Brien and Frank Reich coached against each other in the NFL. Andrew Luck played against Billy O. And then we have Row the Boat. I think Row the Boat's going to have issues scoring. Oh, wide open. There you go. It is matriculating down the field. Cal wearing the gold. Stanford, BC. Car is legit. Oh, no. Not this Wildcat business again. I get it. It clears running lanes, but I agree with you on the PI. Nussmeier ended up 15 to 27, 220. Lagway 33 of 49, 287, and 5 picks. Yes, it actually did work that time. There's that. All right. So, pretty decent crowd in here. Also, just remind everybody, do a little self-promotion. If you can hit the like and subscribe button, that helps us grow this thing to where we get to a bigger platform. That's really what a lot of that does. It helps us grow the show. It's good for me, good for you guys. Without, a lot of the folks that helped us grow in the beginning, we wouldn't have the capability to do, like tonight, the call-in show. So there is that. Virginia Tech will pay Old Dominion $400,000 for tonight. That is tough sledding, my friends, as Randy Newman would say. Uh-oh. So it's 4-4. We picked up a couple subscribers. Appreciate everybody for hitting that subscribe button. We are up to 361. Notre Dame is driving down the field. Just going to do a little bit of this. Get something plugged up here just in case. Just in case it decides to go haywire tonight. So there's that. 3rd and 3, not going to get it. Notre Dame probably kicking a field goal here. After the conclusion of this game, about 20 minutes, we're doing this. So there is that. We are going to see if I can get some Florida and LSU people that want to talk about it. Going for it here. Don't like this. Oh, they got it. So Marcus is going for absolute take as much time as you can off the clock. That is what Marcus is going for on this one. I will have to say just that. Forgot he's a lefty. 34-34. Jeremiah Love in the end zone. All right, pressure's on A&M. And just like last year, except at times the defense suck. Yeah, I've done 6 hours tonight. Or more like 7, and then we have the call-in show. But I will say the post-game call-in show is going to be open for about 45 minutes, and if we don't have people call, it's going to be kaput, and that'll be a wrap. And I'll watch the late cap games. Oh, no! What are we doing? Yikes. that is going to be. Better not hope that is an issue. Better not hope that is an issue, because if Texas A&M goes down and scores, oh brother. I think it was a low snap is what it was. But also, as we're winding down here, if you guys could do me a big favor, if you're not yet subscribed, hit that like and subscribe button and help us grow this thing. The Penn State guy, Jaywan Sider. All right, kickoff. Media timeout, and then we're going to coast. Oh, no, no, no. There he goes. Oh, man. Flag on the play, too. So something bailed him out. I bet it's going to be a block in the back. Oh, a holding. Number 17. Can we at least see it? Because if it's bad, they won't show it. That's how NBC is sometimes. Yeah, it must have been egregious because they didn't show it. Just goes to show you. A&M was an extra point away. Oh no, he's out the gate 88. Business is about to pick up. This is gonna get interesting. All right, media timeout. What are we doing? Why are the corners? That's what I was thinking. Also 10 yards off the receiver. Just letting the folks know. Probably 10 minutes after A&M Notre Dame goes final, we will start the Florida call-in show. Florida LSU call-in show. Just checking the old interwebs out. Yeah. I like how I get all these just random. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. All right. A&M got to score a touchdown. They got to score a touchdown to keep it a moving and grooving here. A lot of tense moments coming up. A lot of upset pandas. It's going to be one or the other. I am afraid to say it's going to be one or the other. Oh my god. Oh, he gets it. 17 redeems himself. Not all the way, but he kind of comes up with a big catch on third down there. Now Marcel Reed is trying to carve him up. It's going to be interesting. 17's hurt. Minute 11 left. Because the minute and 11. Here we go. Reed throws it out of bounds. If Notre Dame can bow up here, that is where we're going to be. Because the only thing that Marcus can do, or the only thing he'll do, is run the clock out. So two plays to win it. Well, not necessarily win it, but keep it alive. That is a problem. That is a major problem. That is a major problem. That's what makes him tough in the red zone. That is definitely what makes it tough in the red zone. Here we go. The Texas A&M Aggies have it at the, and they can get a first down. Oh, brother. A lot of shoving going on right now. Texas A&M calls timeout. That's interesting. Oh boy. Here we go. He just dropped it. Just dropped it and then doesn't even really get a pass off. He does, but he throws it to no one. And I mean no one. I like how the late night games are like ahead of schedule. But yeah, if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. That helps us drastically. 54 seconds. Texas A&M can get a what do we have? What do we have? False start. So it goes to second 11. But I think realistically, when you look at this, what is it again? Is it another false start? Or are they going to get him on? A&M is contesting at second and 16. I don't know if 13 penalties for 86 yards. Texas A&M, you got to do better. Undisciplined, my friends. Very undisciplined. He's dancing. Gives it a heave-ho out of bounds. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Reed. It's caught. Flag on the play. What is the flag? Oh, that's not good. They called it on Gray. Does he hold him? Yeah. Yeah, he does. That's a penalty. Plain as day, right in front of the back judge. He's seen it. First and goal, what was that? A 10-yard penalty? So 10 yards, A&M's got 2 timeouts, and it's a quarterback run. Why? If I don't know. If you're A&M, what are you doing? So you call timeout, you have 1 timeout, you have 2 downs to go. Hmm. Here it goes. All for the marbles here. All right. We're about to see. I think if you're A&M, you have 2 plays called. I would say they're going to peel something out to the sideline. Ooh, a lot of contact there. A lot of contact. They're letting him play, I will say that. Threw it into double coverage. Oh, what a catch in the BC game. Third and goal at the 11. All right, 4th down. It's got to go in the end zone, or it's done. It's got to go in the end zone, or it's done. No, I don't want that. I want this. So I'm assuming Marcus called timeout. No PIs. Although I think in this situation, the officials will stuff the flag in their pockets. I think if it was Al Golden would light him up, but I almost seem to think that they are going to play back and defend the goal line. The biggest thing is that if Reed gets out of the pocket, Notre Dame, Houston, typical Ags. Yeah, that's rough times. But yeah, if you haven't, hit that like and subscribe button, and then we're going to transition into the Florida LSU call-in show. Pretty much call in whatever you want to talk about. We're going to transition into that when this goes final in about 10 minutes or so. Appreciate everybody that has tuned in tonight and been hanging with us. 120 strong in here tonight. So there is that. Here it goes. Marcel Reed to the end zone. Caught. Tie ball game. Wow. Tie ball game. Can A&M execute? Can they execute? Now that you said that, dude, you have definitely got to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Marcel Reed, Notre Dame, 13 seconds, 2 timeouts. Can they execute this? And it's good. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wow. Texas A&M, the definite upset special today was a flop, but out of all the upset special, Tennessee lost, South Florida lost, and Florida. Vandy won. I should have took Georgia Tech, Vandy, and A&M. But I am also holding a over wins ticket for Vandy, A&M. Clemson's going to get dicey. I also have one for Houston and Syracuse. But we are doing a call-in show after this. Primarily Florida LSU, see what the Florida fans check their temperature. It does not help NBC keep showing the kid who dropped the extra point. You feel for the kid. Honestly, in my opinion. There it is. It's a squib. Gets out of bounds. I think Notre Dame's got 2 plays. The CJ Carr tenure has not gone well. I'm going to bump it 5 more minutes. Just because. So there's that. Carr looking. Oh, they got Notre Dame's got Carr threw it into triple coverage. Notre Dame has one more shot at it, and then it's done. The Irish will start 0-2. There's the laterals. Jeremiah Love. It's over. Texas A&M wins it by a point. There it is. Appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. Really do appreciate it. We are here. We'll be back next weekend with live streams. If it's the first time you're checking out the channel, appreciate you. If you can do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. And that's all she wrote, folks. We are transitioning into the Florida LSU. That's what's on the thumbnail, but you can talk about whatever you want. Call in. We are going to go in about 10 minutes. There is that. 116 of you in here. Appreciate you. And that's where we're going to end it. So there is that. Everybody have a good night if you don't check out the call-in show.